So is your airplane hot to start? Well, Charlie was last week. I had the devil of a time. Most of the time, I don't do hot starts. Usually I start, go fly, and come back. But the other day, last week, I had to do, I don't know, 3 stops, 4 stops, and man, it was a hard start and son of a gun. It hadn't been a great start in airplane either, but it was really hard to start. So stick with me on FlyWire as I show you what I figured out what the problem was. Hey, I'm Scott Perdue, and today on FlyWire, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a look at why Charlie was hard to start. So I had to make 3 or 4 quick hops around the local area to do errands and stuff like that, and every one of them involved a hard start. And the airplane has never been really great at starting. It's got one of those electro air mags on it, and then no hit on those people or electronic mags. I'm not super familiar with them, and you can't start with it on. At least that's what this book says, is you start with it off. So now I'm on one mag, one impulse coupling, and that's a little bit problematic. So it hadn't been a great start in the airplane. I suspected I might have a mag issue. That mechanical mag might be a problem. But then when I tried to hot start it, it wouldn't do it, man. It was cranking over like crazy. And during that issue, when I'm messing with it, I'd always thought that it's that fuel pump gets really hot, which is in the Continental, it's buried at the bottom in the back, so not much airflow or anything, especially when it's been sitting. So I thought that was the issue, and I always did, and other people have told me that, so yeah, it makes sense and all that. So when I was having all this problem, I actually checked the temperatures on that fuel pump, and when it was hard to start, it wouldn't start, and they were not bad, but the intakes were really hot. They were very hot, much hotter. Actually, I could put my hand on the cylinders, but I couldn't put my hand on the intake. So those things had soaked up heat. So now we had really hot air, and it just wouldn't be, it just having trouble sucking the air, enough air in, I think, to get it to breathe and get the start going. So I think that's the problem, is oxygen, air starvation. And I might look into that a little bit further. But what I thought I had was either a mag problem or a plug problem, or both. So how you tell plugs is nowadays you don't just do the spark, okay, it's got a little blue spark, oh, it's good. No, you don't. Yeah, mostly what you do is you do a resistance check. A lot of folks are doing that. I don't know how many. I think most people, I don't know, are doing resistance checks, and if it falls below the amount, resistance level, then you just toss them away and put a new one in. Okay, so I wanted to check all those, and I'm going to show you how I did that. And I thought it was maybe a mag problem, so I ran a timing check on the airplane, and sure enough, the mag was 1 degree off. The mechanical mag was 1 degree off, and reading up on the electronic ignition, it's set to fire when the mag does, so that's kind of sort of problematic. So I fixed that, fixed the timing on that, and now we're going to take a look at the plugs. All right, so let's go over here to my office. So these are the plugs that I took out of the engine. It's an IL520 Bravo BB, and they actually look pretty clean. They're not bad at all. A little bit thin on the outer portion of the massive electrode, but not too bad, and they don't look too bad. This is a new plug with just a few hours on it, actually about 20 hours on it. So these plugs are relatively old. They've been there a while. So I checked every single one of them, and how it works is you get that red light there, and then you put the tester on it and maybe scratch it around a little bit, and nothing. So it has failed the resistance check. All of them ended up doing that. And there we go. That's green. That's the resistance check and it's showing green right there. If it's red and green, it's serviceable. If it's red, it's not serviceable. So there you have it. All 12 plugs failed the resistance check. Well, it's putting out some spark, but not a lot. And especially in that really difficult time of a hot start, when the fuel-air ratios aren't quite right and all that, it's a little hot. It was very reluctant to start. So I'm going to put new plugs in it. These actually have about 25 hours on it. These were on Whiskey Bravo before we, this is from my precautionary landing. If you saw that video, I put these in. It flew it home for about 25 hours or so and put a new engine in it with new plugs, but I kept these. So these are going in Charlie right now, and I think it'll start like a dream. So these are going away. You know, you can drop a plug twice. If you drop it once, then the second time you drop it in the garbage can. Okay, that's a small attempt at humor. But anyway, you get the idea. What happens is you break the resistor inside. The plug might look fine, but you break that resistor inside, that little ceramic doofer, and it's worthless. So throw it away. Anyway, all right, this is a check of the emergency alert system. Well, actually the start. 1, 2, 3. All right, clear prop. Well, it started pretty good, a lot better than normal. Usually it starts, you know, about 8 or 9 blades, and this time it was like, I think 2, maybe. That's the video, and I hope you liked it. It's a short and sweet one, but maybe you're having a problem with hot starting, and I would recommend you change your plugs. They aren't built to last forever. Back in World War II even, the plugs are only built to last 25 hours. So how many hours are on your plugs? Check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, hit the subscribe button. Where's it going to be? It's going to be right down there, and the bell for notifications. Hit like if you liked it. Hit don't like if you don't like it. I don't know what else I can tell you about hot starting, and I already worked through the hot start technique, but here's one of the reasons it could be is the mags and or the plugs, and in my case I think it was a combination of the two. So anyway, if you want to support us on Patreon, there's a link right below. You can go to Patreon and help us out. I really appreciate that, and that's what makes these films happen, so I can buy new equipment and all that stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on FlyWire.